Hey guys, All in Crypto here, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for your daily cryptocurrency market news update. Every single day at 10 a.m. UK time, we plan to cover the latest and greatest things taking place within the cryptocurrency market and bring you the news so you stay consistently up to date with what's happening within the crypto space. This is going to be the first of that journey. So without further ado, let's get into it, guys. Let's start off with the first news headline. Bitcoin market cap flips payment giant Visa for the third time. While the collapse of FTX saved $100 billion off of Bitcoin's market cap, in just 4 days last year, BTC has managed to fully recover and stack on another $65 billion. Bullish. The fact that Bitcoin actually managed to recover from, at the time, one of its largest companies associated, or one of the largest exchanges, going literally bankrupt and insolvent, I think is a sign of strength. It talks about, with BTC's current price at 24,365 in market cap, of $470 billion, is now marginally above Visa, which has a market cap of 469 billion, according to Coin Market Cap. So Bitcoin has a higher market cap than the likes of Visa. That's really all this news was about. I found it interesting. You know, Bitcoin has really been a success. YouTube appoint Web3 friendly exec as new CEO. YouTube's new CEO, Neil Mohan, previously emphasized that NFTs could be an important tool for the platform's content creators to develop additional revenue streams. Absolutely. Google-owned YouTube has appointed Web3 friendly exec Neil Mohan as its new CEO following the departure of Susan, I'm not going to try and say that second name, this week. It goes on to list a number of things. It talks about a big thank you, and then talks about sort of ushering in Neil, who is actually, as I am aware, a big fan of blockchain. He really believes in the technology. In particular, Nomad emphasizes that NFTs could provide a new way for creators to engage with their audience and develop additional revenue streams. He cited the potential for creators to tokenize their videos, photos, art, and experiences as examples. Web3 also opens up new opportunities for creators. We believe new technologies like blockchain and NFTs can allow creators to build a deeper relationship with their fans. Together, they'll be able to collaborate on new projects and make money in ways not previously possible, he wrote in a blog back in February last year. This is good news, guys. This is the way of the world. It's my belief that blockchain is absolutely going to implement itself into our daily lives without us even really understanding that how we're operating or whatever system is underlyingly ran by blockchain. You know, just in the same way that we're communicating over a computer on a website, which is part of the internet. We don't really think about the code that went into building it. We just, care about the UI, the user experience. He also goes on to say in a different article, we've essentially already read that, guys. Forgive me. This is big news, and again, this is just another Web3 friendly CEO taking over. You've got to remember, even the chairman of the SEC previously taught Gary Gensler blockchain at MIT before he went into that role. A little bit suspicious there, or there's definitely something to that. Another bit of news about hiring. San Francisco's Fed hiring for digital currency development. Like its New York-based counterpart, the office is looking for a CBDC developer. The Federal Reserve Bank of San Francisco is looking for software developer to help research and design a central bank digital currency. One job listing posted to LinkedIn is for senior application architect digital currency. It was posted to LinkedIn less than a day ago, and after capturing attention across the crypto space, already garnered 23 applications. A central bank digital currency is a tokenized version of a country's fiat currency. Similar to stablecoins, a CBDC value tracks that of a currency issued by the government, like the US dollar, but instead of being managed by private companies, a CBDC is issued by a central bank, like the federal bank. The position is one of 3 listings that were originally published 18 days ago on the Federal Reserve System's career website. Moving on, guys, Helium, a very popular crypto that you can essentially do helium mining. It was a massive thing at one point. Network set to migrate to Solana for March. Now, Solana's been doing very well recently. Obviously, after and with their involvement with FTX, they got hit very hard. But there is a real pool of developers within the Solana ecosystem. I do have to say that. And there is a community that are very zealous. And I do actually see Solana making it out of this bear market, or what we're maybe now transitioning from a bear market into a bull market. Stay tuned for my daily cryptocurrency market updates for that, not the news updates. A 24-hour transition period will take place on March the 27th, when the Helium blockchain will be halted, proof of coverage and data transfer activities will remain unaffected. Communication protocol Helium Network has set March 27th as the date for its migration to the Solana blockchain and development of oracles as it seeks to improve scalability and reliability. According to a February 17th blog post, the transition will take place over a 24-hour period on March the 27th, during which time the current Helium blockchain will be halted. Proof of coverage and data transfer activities will remain unaffected. A working group of community volunteers is being formed to oversee the migration process. Helium team stated the upgrade will encompass all wallets, hotspots, and Helium network state, and will take place over a 24-hour period of transition, commencing at approximately 3 p.m. UTC to 10 a.m. ET, or at 10 a.m. ET. And this was the official announcement. This is massive news for Solana. After the chain halt, validators will stop producing blocks and transition won't sync. A final snapshot of the blockchain will be taken after the migration of all accounts and tokens to Solana blockchain, and hotspots will be minted as non-fungible tokens. So this is interesting. It'll be interesting to see how they pull this off. You know, at the end of the day, guys, was Helium on Ethereum previously? You know, it's an obvious transition to make, even though Ethereum are looking to introduce things like ZK, EVMs, and so on and so forth. We have another crypto company that is essentially shutting down. Crypto hedge fund Galios shuts down after losing $40 million to FTX. Galios co-founder said the fund has halted all trading as it is no longer viable post FTX. Another one bites the dust. One of the world's largest crypto-focused quantitative funds has called it quits after losing a sizable portion of its capital in the collapse of FTX, according to the report from Financial Times. Given the severity of the FTX situation, we do not think it is tenable to continue operating the fund, both financially and culturally, wrote Galios' Capital co-founder Kevin Zhou in a note seen by the FT. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about the current situation we find ourselves in, so on and so forth. Guys, the FTX was really a nasty spill. Again, going back to my comment at the start of the video, it's bullish that Bitcoin's actually managed to, and crypto largely has managed to recover from this, given the severity of it. You know, it was one of the biggest players at the time in the game, second only to Binance, and it took a lot of people with it. Washington think tank says crypto regulations by enforcement is just fine. Recent turmoil in the crypto market has accelerated the need for tougher crypto regulations. According to the US think tank analysts, the need for crypto regulations is becoming increasingly clear following scandals and controversies in the industry. According to the prominent US nonprofit research institute, the Foundation for Defense of Democracies released a research paper Thursday titled "The Underside of the Coin: Illicit Finance Risks in Virtual Assets." So if you look at what actual, this is a fallacy. If you look at the amount of crypto out there in terms of market cap and how much you can link to illicit activities, it is fractional. Far more illicit activities take place with fiat systems, like the dollar being the main one. This is a complete fallacy when they try and essentially say crypto bad because people use it for illicit things. It's just simply not the case. Of course, some people undoubtedly will, but you know, people use gold for the same thing. They use, you know, you name it, they use it. There's actually bullish connotations, not to this, because I think, you know, just the fact that they've called it illicit finance risks. But with what the SEC are doing, I've actually came out, and when everyone was sort of panicking, said, look, I think this is bullish because ultimately it gives credibility to the industry and shows that, you know, the rulers of the US are taking it seriously. And, you know, in order, by them taking it seriously, they're giving institutions somewhat of a green light and getting the industry ready for those institutions, which are, you know, we talk about mass adoption. It's only going to happen in the US through regulations or an overthrowing of the people who are currently in power, which I think the first option is a lot more likely. Author Richard Goldberg and Alex laid out 6 recommendations to close what the Institute sees as a regularity gaps existing among virtual asset service providers. Talks about a number of other things, but regulations are coming, guys. It's just something you've got to get onto. Essentially saying crypto bad because it's used for illicit activities is a complete fallacy. Funding round, crypto companies landed $185 million this week. Taurus, a digital asset firm, landed the highest haul with $65 million. Cryptocurrency and Web3 companies locked down a cumulative $185 million this week, down from a total of $213 million last week. Still rounding money up, though. The majority of companies raising over the last 7 days were rustling up pre-seed or seed funding. Many of the startups are building on Web3 infrastructure. Here are the highlights of some of the most notable funding news this week. It talks about Taurus Digital, talks about Superplastic, Monad Labs, and a number of others. So there's continuing to be investment into the crypto space. You can also see this using other metrics. But that's all I've got for you. These are all the sort of main headlines going into Monday. I just wish you all a fantastic week. If you have enjoyed this daily news update, please leave me a like and a comment, and I will see you all in the next YouTube video. Thanks a lot for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Have a magic Monday.